Leo, it's Ray here. How you doing? I decided to put on some makeup just for you guys. Anyways, just tapping into Leo energy. It's weird because I haven't felt Leo's energy, and I think that's kind of a good thing because with everyone else, I just been feeling things and feeling things and feeling things. And then when I actually sat down and I tapped into Leo's energy, it felt like you guys were already like 4 steps, 5 steps ahead of all of us. Like you guys are already like in the summer gist of it all, and we're still here in this like mucky, like half-ass winter, like trying to push into spring, and I feel like you guys are already have sprung. That's kind of what it is. So it's a good thing that I haven't been feeling your energy, because honestly with everybody else it seems a little bit more dark. It seems like a little bit more not all there. So yeah, this is for you, Leo. April 2018. Let's go ahead and just lay out your cards. I was shuffling because I wanted to talk to you before I laid out anything, which I think it's kind of a jinx, so hopefully your video doesn't cut off, because every time I've actually shuffled on screen and started talking to people, my videos just cut right off, so fingers crossed, right? All right, Leo. Let's see what you got going on here. Okay. Okay. Well, that's kind of weird because the lack of communication, or I just said like the lack of energy that I felt with Leos, I couldn't feel you guys. You guys are somewhere else right now. Like, and I feel like a lot of you guys are fantasizing, but it's not like in the way that we have all been fantasizing. It's like everyone else is moving around Earth kind of like a zombie. I mean, some of you guys, yes, could be feeling that too. And if the energy hasn't hit you, it might hit you soon, which maybe around Taurus time. So maybe like later part of April. So, or you could all of a sudden get like these allergies or like this really bad cold, and you have to be bedbound for a little bit. Okay. So, I don't know, yeah, for some of you guys it just might be happening now. Some of people are bedbound, or you need to be bedbound, okay? And it will revitalize your body image. And that's really weird because there's a focus with you guys. Wow. Okay, hold on. About this body image. But before I get into it, look at this. For your focus, invisible. I promise I just flipped that shit. I swear to God, that was weird. Okay, so where are you guys? What's going on, Leo? Okay, so what happens here is, if you're not already experiencing it, it's coming up, and there is this sense of daydreaming about all the possibilities, but it's very much like bedbound. Okay, I see a lot of you guys just spending a lot of April like laying around, at least for these next couple weeks. So I don't know if you guys are sick, or I don't know if you guys are thinking a lot, but this to me is really just showing like I don't really want to communicate with people. And for some of you guys, it might not be an option. For some of you guys, unfortunately, with the energy that's just going on right now, you might have to be pushed out into the world and have some kind of spotlight on you a little bit. But it just wait it out, because that sense of being revived and being a Leo is going to come back to you. All right. So whatever's going on is only temporary. And, I hope, I hope it's not one of those things where you're confused, because a lot of times when especially just tapping in with you, there's like some kind of melancholy, there's some kind of confusion going on, to where you're trying to find a start. You're trying to find like a thread to, like, I almost like seeing like Leo's like walking, and there's a piece of string on the ground, and you go to pull it and you want to pull because you know that there's like some kind of great opportunity at the end of it, or there's some kind of solutions to your problems at the end of it, but the string isn't going to show up. Okay, like that string isn't just going to be in your face right now. So it would be better to be like a little bit lazier during this time, because I feel like what's going to happen for the beginning part of April is you're gonna, like, again, have this need to, I want to work on myself, I want to work on my body image, or I want to work on the way I talk to people, I want to get out of this slump, I want to get out of this like state, whatever state you're in, because there is like your mind's wandering all over and you're fantasizing about these things, and it's best to fantasize right now in sleep, because if you try to, and I know this sounds a little bit harsh, but just bear with me, if you're trying to make like these fantasies a reality, you have too many things you want to do. So try to like chase them all when there's no leads to fulfill like what you're trying to do. Like there's no openings right now. And so you're just banging on doors is what's going to happen if you try to pursue like all these different things. So it is a need to take one step at a time, because if you don't, what's going to happen is that you're going to start to become very tired. And that's not good. It's like energy wise, like you're going to, and you're going to slowly start to shut down if you try to pursue all these ideas and all these things. Like, of course, we always want to pursue our dreams. We always want to find something that helps our soul and find like our meaning. And Leos are so good. They kind of thrive off that. When they're in the spotlight, they feel fucking amazing. Like they love that, and they love getting other people into the spotlight. But what happens is just in this first few weeks of April, so, and they told me it might even last 2 weeks, because I seen, honestly, this will just be like 4 more days, you know, and then it will slowly start to shift away. It just kind of depends on where you're at, right? Like energy wise right now. So if you're a Leo who has been taking time and you're already feeling this and you've been feeling a little bit drowsy, it's almost like you took NyQuil and you wake up the next day and you can't function 100%, but your mind's still there. If you are that right now, then the rest of April is going to go very well for you. If you are the Leo who is like doing, constantly pursuing things, or constantly going out and trying to be busy and like trying to make friends and acquaintances and going to interviews, like those kind of things, like not that an interview is bad, but it's just going to be harder for you, because when the second part of April comes up, that's when all these things that you were pursuing and they weren't happening, they're all going to hit you, and it's going to be bad, because right now, or you know, wherever you're at, it's like before, when you were pursuing these things, you had the energy that when they popped up, you could conquer them. But if you're doing that now and you're going, it's like then the later part of the month, it's going to hit you and you're going to be like, oh, and you're still going to do it and you're still going to get it done. That's kind of like the good news, but there's a need to just slow down for these next couple of days, at least a good week. I don't know, there's something about a 4, maybe after the, well, I guess it's already like the 3rd or 4th, but you know, give it like 4 days and see how you feel. And then, you know, if you're feeling all this energy, then go out and do things again. Just be mindful, okay? Now, there could be something where honestly you guys feel like you're not being heard or you're not being seen, and that's okay. Like you have conversations and it's like other people overpower you, that's all right. Honestly, that's just the energy of Aries right now, and people tend to get very pushy in this energy and very frustrated and very angry. So if people are having like these outbreaks on you, or they're being stingy, or they're not giving two shits about you, or you come up with this beautiful idea because you are in that zone where you're thinking and you're fantasizing and you're like wanting all these dreams to come to life, it's like, don't be offended when people don't like catch up on that right away. And also beware too. Make sure people don't steal your ideas, because I feel like there's something really cool that you've been thinking about or either working on or you're going to start thinking about or working on in April, and there could be sneaky people who aren't feeling very creative and they might steal it from you in some way or another. Or they might take credit for it, or they'll like bring it up to a bunch of people when you're not even like ready to expose or to reveal what you have going on, and that could piss you off. So don't, honestly, it's kind of better if you feel like you've been being ignored or you feel like you've been just being in the shadows. Honestly, it's a good thing. So if you're doing that and you are relaxing and you're staying home and you're dining on wine and food, and don't overdo it, because we can all do that anyways, but like, I just, for you, there's a sense here that you can also overdo it. And don't like starve yourself during this time. I know it's a really weird message, but I feel like there's at least one person out there that I was talking to, because I've seen someone like eating like carrots, and then they would have yogurt, and then they would have like a little bit of lettuce. If you do that, it's going to catch up with you. It's going to make your body starve, and then by the end of the month, you're going to get so fucking hungry, and you're not going to be able to stop yourself, and then you're just going to gain all that weight back. If that's you, that's something. But that's kind of an example too. So don't underdo things or overdo things right now. Keep it very much in the middle, because eventually it's going to catch up with you by the end of the month. Now, give me 1 second here. I want to kind of see something. Well, I don't know. I feel like just for some of you guys, like romantically, and this isn't for all you guys, but this is someone who has like a crush, or who like maybe had like a thing with somebody, like a little bit of a fling. It could also be a relationship when your partner is focusing more on themselves during this time, and like, especially if they're goal orientated too right now, and you're not, it's like you feel energetically you can't keep up with this person. That will change too, and I feel like that will be really weird, because I feel like for some of you guys, you feel like you're losing a connection with like a friend or somebody like in a romantic interest, just because there's their communication's not adding up, like you're not getting into a deeper level a little bit, if that makes sense. Like your conversations are dull and they're stale, or it's like all about one person when you're talking or when you're doing things, okay? It seems like there's like a lot of love going on, but it's all directed towards one person. Like one person is like being more special during this time, and I feel like that's just the other person you're involved with. So there could be like some slight and that's where like, again, like confusion can come in, because and it's like, I feel like for some of you guys, when you do ask about it, or you do decide to reach out to somebody, or you decide to have a conversation with somebody, they just don't get like how you're feeling or thinking right now. So it's better just to not be melancholy about it and to focus on yourself. And I feel like this is going to be a really good dieting time for you guys as well. Another weird thing that I picked up, for some of you guys might have a pregnancy scare. It's only a scare though. Unless you wanted it to be the real deal, then keep pursuing that. And again, I think the end of April will be a good time for you guys to do that as well. And it's just, I feel like somebody's like not talking about a situation. Like there's like a lack of communication, a lack of understanding, and it says just keep doing your own thing. And it says like if there's a part in your life that's not working out, so if there's like a romantic situation that you're not really vibing with the beginning parts of April, then hang out with more friends and hang out with more family, or spend time in your own bed, because this is really weird, but there is a little thing sticking out here, like poking out to me that I heard, and it talks about you may not necessarily need a lover during this time, because I feel like a lover is going to be focused more on themselves. Now, you should be focused more on yourself and give yourself love and that not try to sound weird, but like masturbation. Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? But like, because it's saying like right now, you can do things better than yourself than somebody else can do for you right now. So just keep that in mind. Have a relaxing day. Stay in bed. Light some candles. Play me. I don't care if you're a guy or a girl. But you to keep it, PG here, PG-13. I'll just leave it at that. So what is going to be awesome for you guys is, I feel like around the 17th, I feel like the 17th is going to be a beautiful day. I don't know what's going on. Whether things like get really well, I don't know. But I feel like for the 17th, there's going to be, you're going to feel really good about yourself. You're going to be really into yourself. Okay? So, and you're going to be feeling good, you're going to be looking good, and that's for the time that you're going to really start stepping back out into public, start talking to people again, and maybe hopefully like the weather breaks during that time, because like you can break out the dresses, or you can break out like, like the tighter clothes. You don't have to wear like the baggy sweatshirts, you know what I'm saying? Like, so like the time of being like super comfortable and super relaxed, and being alone, like enjoy that time, because it's going to change at least around the 17th. So you guys are going to get back out there and be very social and start doing a lot of things. Okay. So now if somebody hurt you in the past, I feel like this is kind of, there's still, that's still like on your mind, is that somebody let you down. Either they did, like, I feel like someone did too little and it made you feel like insignificant, or someone said something to you, and this is romantically, it's definitely like romantically. Those wounds are going to heal. You could start talking to that person, but there is a big hint to not get involved, even if it is a friend and they said something and they did something. It definitely was in the past, and those wounds are healing, and it's honestly just because this person is kind of a dick. Like, it just shows me that this person won't change. So don't hold on to those past, because a lot of you guys also, when you're taking this time alone at some point in April, you're going to be thinking about that very much so. Like, putting yourself in a state of like regression, like going back and kind of thinking of the good times that you had with this person. Now, not saying not to do that, but don't over fantasize about this person. Like, don't over idolize. That was for Capricorn too. Don't over idolize people at all, because like whoever this person is, they're popping up as like, no, like I knew something the whole time, or like I was 100% sure, I just didn't show you, and like they said something and they did something that was very cruel, or they just stopped talking to you, or you stopped talking to them, but old wounds will heal, and that will gradually go away for you guys. So that's good. So if you're thinking, oh my God, am I gonna be upset over this person, or me and this person gonna keep fighting in April, by the end of the month, no. And maybe it's best to just not communicate with that person just in April in general, because other things are going to start working out very well for you. So, okay, so you had a card that flipped out and I didn't look at it yet. So we're going to look at it together. Oh my God, it's honesty. And that was a message, because I was doing it and then it flipped out, and yeah, so it's honesty. That's pretty traditional. Remember I said go in your room and light those candles? Look at that. Honesty. And the number, if you do numerology, is what? 6, 9, 8. So it's 26, which leads up to an 8. It's all about hard work. So again, all those possibilities are going to pop up to you, I think, the mid-April. Honesty. Be honest with yourself, and take what people, like, don't take what people say to heart, but if there was somebody who you were dealing with and they did say something to you, or they just weren't showing, maybe they could have been saying something, or maybe they weren't saying anything at all, but it's their actions, and you have to be honest with yourself about what that means. So final card, letting go. Let that situation, let that person go. And look at all the transformation. You got the butterflies. Honestly, every time I got this card for myself, like just to be personal for a minute, every time I got this card, it usually always meant a person. like a romantic situation. Obviously not anymore, but and it's a 22, it's a 4, it's rest, heal. And you had a lot of that going on where you need to heal, Leo. Something happened. Someone said something. Someone did something, and it's still on your mind, and it's made you feel like a little bit of a recluse. All right? That's good to take that time. You need to meditate, and you need to re-find yourself. That's why sometimes hurt is a good thing, you know, because you can learn from it, and then you change yourself. You change the way you feel about yourself, and you're like, oh, because every heartbreak you go through, doesn't it always lead to the same thing where towards the end you're like, why was I even like upset over that guy or girl, or like why was I even like, that's so like stupid to me now because I just whatever, like I'm better than that anyways. And then you kind of laugh about it, maybe not at first, but now you've had some time to think and recoup about whatever just happened. And so be prepared to start getting social again. Now just remember, if you're being super social right now, you'll get tired later. So don't elongate, if that's the word, don't elongate the process. Just relax right now. Then good things will start coming mid-end April. And just take time to yourself. Do a little bit of the freaky. Do a little bit of meditation, self-discovery. But let whatever happen go. Because see, then you'll turn out like a butterfly. Look at that. So right now you're in the cocoon process. And I bet you're going to come out hotter than ever, too. It's always how it works. And that was your end card, too. So, being a goddess, being very attractive. God, goddess, male or female, I don't know. Okay, so that was for you, Leo. That was for April 2018. And I hope that made sense. If it did, let me know. If it didn't, let me know. It's whatever. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in May when it's nicer out.